Have you ever wondered why certain people during Mass seem to see something in the consecrated host that you can't perceive? What would you say if I told you that Pope Leo XIV discovered, studying Saint Faustina's writings, 3 precise words that, when spoken in your heart during the consecration, allow you to behold Christ truly present in the Eucharist? We're not talking about psychological suggestion. This is an authentic mystical discovery, documented in the Vatican archives, confirmed by hundreds of faithful in every part of the world who've experienced the visible manifestation of Jesus in the consecrated host. Write in the comments, "Lord, show me your presence," if you want to experience an authentic encounter with Christ in the Eucharist. Right at this moment, there are Catholics who, when they witness the elevation of the host, don't just perceive the sacrament, but actually see Christ's face, his gaze full of tenderness, his glorious wounds. They've learned the method Pope Leo XIV has brought to light: how to transform the moment of consecration into authentic mystical contemplation. We're not talking about illusions, clarifies Professor Andrea Benedetti, theologian of spirituality at the Lateran University. What Pope Leo XIV has rediscovered belongs to the tradition of Eucharistic mystical phenomena recognized by the Magisterium, where sincere faith opens the soul's perception to dimensions that normally remain hidden. Maria Rossetti, a nurse from Rome, had attended daily Mass for 25 years without ever experiencing what other believers described to her. She was a faithful practitioner, but felt empty because the Eucharist didn't reach her heart the way she wanted. "I watched how some people were moved to tears during the elevation," Maria testifies. "I longed to experience that same thing. But despite every attempt, Mass seemed like a beautiful but distant ritual." But stay with me, because in a moment I'll reveal how Maria discovered the 3 words that changed her spiritual life forever. It was during a spiritual retreat that Maria understood what had always been missing. A Franciscan friar explained the studies Pope Leo XIV is conducting on Saint Faustina's Eucharistic revelations. That priest explained to us how the Holy Father, studying the Polish mystic's diaries deeply, identified the precise words Christ himself gave the saint to recognize him present in the host, Maria recounts. Not to recite them mechanically, but to manifest with them the reality of what our heart must recognize. The first Mass where Maria put this rediscovered teaching into practice was a Sunday in October at the Basilica of St. John Lateran. When the priest elevated the consecrated host, Maria spoke the 3 words interiorly. It was like someone had opened the curtains in a room that had been dark for decades, Maria describes. It wasn't a passing emotional state. It was a deep spiritual recognition, as if my soul had finally beheld who had always been there waiting for me. But what happened next went beyond her every imagination. In the elevated host, Maria continues, "I saw Christ's face clearly. It wasn't a mental image. It was as concrete as looking at a physical person in front of me. His gaze reached me directly with a love so powerful, I started crying." From that Sunday, Maria's Eucharistic experience completely transformed. Mass stopped being a devotional duty and became the deepest appointment of each day. Pope Leo XIV dedicated the first months of his pontificate to studying modern mysticism. He discovered extraordinary revelations about the Eucharistic mystery that are revolutionizing thousands of faithfuls' understanding of Mass. In the Vatican archives, the Holy Father personally noted his discovery of an experience Saint Faustina lived during Mass on May 13, 1937. While the religious sister attended the liturgy, something miraculous happened during the elevation of the host. I saw Jesus living in the host, Faustina had written in trembling handwriting, not as a devotional image, but as a real person, with a gaze that looked directly at me. With a tenderness so intense, I felt my heart melting. Christ spoke to her directly. Beloved daughter, when my faithful look at me in the moment of consecration without truly recognizing who I am, it's as if they're looking without perceiving, observing without truly meeting me. Faustina asked what blocked that recognition. The majority of my children, Christ revealed to her, look at the elevated host thinking about their own worries, their daily distractions. They don't think of me. They don't recognize the truth of what's really happening. Keep listening, because in a moment, I'll reveal exactly what these 3 words are that Christ himself taught Saint Faustina. It was in that instant that Jesus taught Faustina the 3 specific words every Catholic should speak mentally during the elevation to transform that moment into authentic mystical contemplation. These words, Christ explained to her, express authentic faith in what's truly happening. When a soul speaks them with sincere faith, it recognizes me truly present, and that faith opens the doors of mystical perception. Pope Leo XIV, studying this crucial passage, understood the theological and pastoral importance of this revelation. The Holy Father personally noted, "Here is the key to bringing the faithful back to conscious and transforming participation in the Eucharist." Faustina, Christ told her gently, "When my believers look at the elevated host without thinking anything specific, it's as if they're standing before the door of the most precious treasure in the universe, but they don't know the combination to open it." The 3 words Jesus gave her express the deepest reality of what happens during consecration, but which most Catholics have never learned to apply consciously. The first word, "Here I am." When the priest elevates the host, Christ explained to Faustina, "The first truth the soul must recognize is that I am here truly present, not symbolically, truly and substantially present as I was in Bethlehem, in Nazareth, in Jerusalem." Pope Leo XIV personally emphasized this passage. "Here I am" isn't just an answer, it's a recognition of mutual presence. It's the soul saying to Christ, "I recognize you're here." Faustina saw in vision what happens in the heavenly dimensions when a faithful person consciously thinks, "Here I am," during the elevation. A golden light began radiating from the host, creating a luminous bridge between the heart of the sacramental Christ and the heart of the worshiper. The second word, "I see you." Jesus explained to Saint Faustina that many Catholics look at the host as a sacred object, but not as a person to look in the eyes. When the soul consciously thinks, "I see you," during the elevation, it recognizes it's not adoring a symbol, but encountering someone who lives, who feels, who loves, who looks back. Pope Leo XIV wrote in his notes, "The difference between seeing the host and seeing Christ in the host is the difference between looking at a photograph and meeting a living person." The second word makes this shift happen. Faustina described that when she applied this second word, Jesus' eyes appeared clearly in the host. It wasn't an optical illusion, it was the spiritual perception of divine life looking through the Eucharist. Laura Bianchi, an office worker from Florence, who returned to faith after years of indifference, experienced this transformation dramatically. "I'd come back to Mass for my son, but inside I remained distant," Laura admits. The first time she consciously thought, "I see you," during the elevation, Laura experienced the most authentic encounter of her life. "Suddenly I understood I was looking at a person who was looking back at me, who knew my name, my story, who was alive and present specifically for me. The third word, I love you. This was the word that completed the circle of Eucharistic revelation Jesus shared with Saint Faustina and that Pope Leo XIV is bringing to light. Many of my faithful believe I'm present in the host in a general way, Christ told her. But they don't recognize that I'm present specifically to receive and give love in this particular encounter. Pope Leo XIV wrote, "This third word is the culmination. Without love, even the most perfect recognition of the real presence remains sterile. Love transforms theology into life." Faustina documented that when she applied the three words in sequence, "Here I am, I see you, I love you," Jesus' appearance in the host was so powerful she sometimes had to grip the kneeler to keep from falling. Anna Ferretti, a mother from Bologna raising 2 children alone after being widowed, learned to apply the 3 words during Mass. "The first times I thought, 'Here I am, I see you, I love you' during the elevation," Anna recounts. "I saw Jesus' face distinctly in the host smiling at me." That certainty of Christ's personal presence was more powerful than any psychological support. In the following months, she not only overcame her paralyzing grief, but became a volunteer at a listening center for lonely people. Don't leave now, because in a moment, I'll show you a testimony that will make you understand how real and powerful this teaching is. Saint Faustina beheld something even more extraordinary when Jesus showed her what happens in heaven when a faithful person consciously applies these 3 words during the elevation. Pope Leo XIV, reading this section, remained in prayer for hours. "I saw heaven open like a curtain," Faustina wrote with trembling hand. "And I observed what happens in the heavenly dimensions during every elevation. When a faithful person applies these 3 words with authentic faith and Jesus appears in the host, thousands of angels suddenly raised their voices in a song of exultation that echoed through all the celestial spheres." Pope Leo XIV noted, "The angels don't wait for the consecration to adore. They wait for us humans to recognize who we're adoring. Our awareness completes their joy." But the most extraordinary thing was observing the Blessed Trinity's reaction. The Heavenly Father leaned forward on his throne, like a father watching his small child speak his first word of love. The Holy Spirit radiated a light that poured directly onto the soul who had spoken the words. And Jesus from the host smiled with a joy so intense, it illuminated the entire earthly church. "It's as if," Christ explained to Faustina, "finally one of my children had understood the gift I was offering and had truly beheld me present." Pope Leo XIV emphasized this passage, writing, "This is the heart of the new evangelization, not teaching new doctrines, but teaching people to consciously live the truths we already profess." Giovanna, a 74-year-old widow from Palermo who'd lost her will to live after her husband's death, experienced this total transformation. "For 4 years I went to Mass, but it was like being in a black and white movie," Giovanna testifies. When she thought, "Here I am, I see you, I love you" during the elevation, I saw Jesus' face distinctly in the host, looking at me with eyes full of compassion. It was as if he told me, "Giovanna, your Giuseppe is fine, but your mission on earth isn't finished. I'm here with you." Massimo Perotti, a 24-year-old from Milan struggling with gambling addiction, found in the practice of the 3 words the spiritual strength he needed. "Every time I think, 'Here I am, I see you, I love you' during the elevation," Paolo testifies, "I feel like Jesus tells me, 'Paolo, you're not alone in this battle. Here I am in your struggle. I see you without condemning. I love you despite everything.'" The certainty of Christ's Real presence gave Paolo the spiritual power to break chains of behavior he'd considered impossible to overcome. Stay with me, because now I'll reveal the most powerful secret of all. What happens when you speak these 3 words during communion? What happens when these 3 words are thought not just during the elevation, but during the moment of receiving communion? Because there lies the key that transforms not just the experience of Mass, but the soul's permanent union with Christ. The final revelation Saint Faustina received came during a communion she described as the most transforming moment of her life. Pope Leo XIV, studying this passage, understood that here lies the secret of daily sanctification. It was September 12th, 1938. Faustina, Christ told her as she approached to receive communion, "The 3 words I taught you for the elevation have even greater power when you think them receiving my body and blood." When the consecrated host touched the Polish mystic's tongue, while she consciously thought, "Here I am, I see you, I love you," something extraordinary happened. I felt as if every fiber of my being was flooded with a light that was at once fire and water, power and tenderness, Faustina wrote. It wasn't just that Jesus was inside me. It was as if I'd been transformed into Him. Pope Leo XIV emphasized this passage, noting, "Here manifests the difference between receiving communion and living communion." The 3 words make this shift from reception to transformation. During the elevation, Jesus explained, "You recognize my presence and behold me appear." During communion, you participate in my divine life. The same 3 words that open your perception during elevation open your soul to transformation during communion. Federica Colombo, a mother from Genoa raising 4 children alone, had applied the 3 words during elevation with transforming results. But when she started thinking them also during communion, her Eucharistic experience reached a depth that changed how she faced every daily challenge. "The first time I thought, 'Here I am, I see you, I love you,' while receiving the host," Federica testifies, "it was as if Jesus installed Himself not just in my heart, but in every cell of my body, in every thought of my mind, in every decision I had to make." The transformation was immediate and concrete. Financial worries transformed into serene trust. Frustration with the children converted to supernatural patience. Physical exhaustion was replaced by non-human energy. Faustina documented that this practice during communion creates perpetual presence. "It was like carrying the tabernacle inside me," the saint wrote. "I didn't lose awareness of His real presence until the next communion." Pope Leo XIV noted, "Here lies the solution to the contemporary Church's spiritual crisis. We don't need new devotions. We need to teach the faithful to consciously live what they already receive in the Eucharist." Alessandro Ricci, a businessman from Turin on the verge of bankruptcy and contemplating suicide, learned to apply the 3 words both at elevation and communion. "I'd lost everything," Alessandro testifies. "I went to Mass as a last resort before making the final decision to end it all." The Mass on Sunday, December 8th, 2019, forever changed Alessandro's destiny. Thinking, "Here I am, I see you, I love you," during elevation, he clearly saw Jesus' face in the host, looking at him with infinite compassion. Repeating the same words during communion, he experienced the most authentic and powerful embrace of his life. In that instant, I knew with absolute certainty that Jesus was present in my crisis, that He saw me without condemning, that He loved me despite everything, Alessandro recounts. It wasn't a passing emotion. It was a certainty that transformed my perspective from desperate victim to child of God with supernatural resources. Faustina received one final revelation about the permanent power of these three words. Jesus showed her that when a soul thinks them with authentic faith, receiving the Eucharist, the communion leaves a spiritual seal that remains active throughout the day. It's as if every communion lived this way, Christ explained to her. Left in your soul a seed of my presence that germinates throughout the day, making you recognize me present, alive, and here with you in every moment. Pope Leo XIV wrote, "The Eucharist isn't a moment that passes, but a seed that grows. These three words are the water that allows that seed to sprout and bear fruit in all daily life." The Holy Father decided to share this rediscovery with the entire Church through an apostolic letter he's sending to all the bishops of the world. In it, he writes, "I've discovered in Saint Faustina's writings a hidden treasure that can revolutionize the faithful's Eucharistic experience. This isn't a new devotion, but a simple method to consciously live what we already celebrate in every Mass." Monsignor Carlo Benedetti, close collaborator of Pope Leo XIV, testifies to the importance the Holy Father attributes to this rediscovery. "The Pope often confides in me that this is his most important legacy for the Church," Monsignor Benedetti recounts. "He doesn't want to be remembered for theological documents, but for bringing to light this simple method that allows every faithful person to transform Mass into a transforming, mystical encounter." Pope Leo XIV personally composed a prayer inviting the faithful to recite before Mass. "Lord Jesus, who revealed to Saint Faustina the secret to recognize you truly present in the Eucharist, open my heart today so I can speak with sincere faith the words that open the soul to contemplation of your presence. Help me say with my whole self, here I am. I see you. I love you. Amen." Those who attend Masses celebrated by the Holy Father testify that at the moment of elevation they feel a silence so deep it seems the whole basilica is holding its breath. The spiritual atmosphere during those elevations is tangible. Many faithful testify to having distinctly seen Christ's face in the host. Pope Leo XIV is establishing a theological commission to study the phenomenon of Eucharistic apparitions connected to applying these three words. The commission is collecting hundreds of testimonies from every part of the Catholic world. People of every age, culture, social condition testify to identical experiences. The clear vision of Christ's face in the host when they apply the three words with faith during elevation. The Holy Father, receiving these testimonies, often repeats with joy. This confirms what Saint Faustina had written. When faith is authentic and the heart is sincere, Christ never refuses to manifest himself to whoever seeks him in the Eucharist. Stay with me one more moment, because now I'll explain exactly how to apply this teaching in your life, starting at your next Mass. Now you have in your hands the complete secret Pope Leo XIV is rediscovering studying Saint Faustina. It doesn't require changes to your routine. It doesn't need special preparation. It just requires that during your next Mass, when you behold the elevated host, you consciously think, here I am. I see you. I love you. And when you approach to receive communion, that you repeat interiorly those same three sacred words. According to the revelations of a canonized saint, studied and confirmed by a pope, these 6 words thought with authentic faith have the power to transform your experience of Mass from devotional routine into mystical encounter that changes your entire existence. The next time you attend Mass, remember what Saint Faustina beheld and what Pope Leo XIV is bringing to light to give back to the universal Church. You're not attending a religious ceremony. you're participating in the most sublime moment that happens on earth. The real, living, and present encounter between your soul and the Creator of the universe. Jesus is waiting for you to recognize Him and behold Him appear. The angels are waiting to join your conscious adoration. All of heaven is waiting for you to discover the transforming power that's been available at every Mass of your life. Try it at your next communion. The transforming encounter of your existence can begin this very Sunday. You don't need pilgrimages to distant places. You don't need complicated devotional practices. You just need to open your heart and speak with sincere faith the 3 words Christ Himself taught Saint Faustina, and that Pope Leo XIV is rediscovering for you. Here I am. I see you. I love you. When the host is elevated, think these words. When you receive communion, repeat them in your heart and watch how your life transforms, how Christ's presence becomes real not just during Mass, but in every moment of your day. This is the most precious spiritual legacy Pope Leo XIV is giving the Church. This is the key that can open your heart to mystical contemplation of Christ's face in the Eucharist. Don't let this Sunday pass like all the others. Don't allow another Mass to go by without experiencing the fullness of what Christ wants to give you in that sacred moment. The 3 words are the method to reach that full awareness. The 3 words are the key that opens the door of the Eucharistic treasure. Here I am. Recognize that Christ is truly present. I see you. Behold His eyes looking at you with love. I love you. Respond to His love with your whole heart. These 3 words, spoken with sincere faith, can transform not just your experience of Mass, but your entire spiritual life, your whole daily existence, all your relationships, all your trials. Pope Leo XIV is discovering it, studying Saint Faustina. Thousands of faithful around the world are experiencing it, applying this teaching. Now it's your turn to discover it personally. Next Sunday, when the priest elevates the consecrated host, you'll know what to do. When you approach to receive communion, your heart will be ready. And in that moment, when you speak the 3 sacred words with faith, Christ won't refuse to manifest Himself to you, because He's been waiting forever for you to recognize Him truly present, to behold Him with your soul's eyes, to respond to Him with your heart's love. If this video touched your heart, if you understood the importance of this teaching Pope Leo XIV is bringing to light, write in the comments, "Jesus, show me your face." And leave a like to help this message reach other faithful who are seeking an authentic encounter with Christ in the Eucharist. Share this video with your family, with your friends, with your parish community. Maybe someone you know is experiencing the same frustration Maria lived, or the same desperation Alessandro lived, or the same loneliness Giovanna lived. This teaching could transform their life too. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to receive other deep spiritual teachings that can revolutionize your life of faith. These aren't just any devotional videos, but content that brings to light the hidden treasures of Catholic mystical tradition. The encounter you've always wanted with Christ in the Eucharist is waiting for you. The 3 words are the bridge that can lead you to that encounter. Pope Leo XIV is giving them to you through his rediscovery of Saint Faustina's writings. Don't let this opportunity pass. Your spiritual life can change starting at your next Mass. All of heaven is waiting for you to say with faith, "Here I am. I see you. I love you."